Hi guys, my name is Chris Shaw and welcome to Chris Shaw Bass Lessons. In today's lesson we're going to be looking at the top 5 exercises to make you a better bass player. Before we crack on, feel free to like, share and subscribe for more bass guitar lessons and content. So we're going to be looking at exercises to improve your technique and your playing. Without further ado, let's crack on with the first exercise. Our first exercise is going to be using the major scale. Now to keep things nice and simple, we're going to use the A major scale. So that would be A, which is the 5th fret on your E string, B, which is the 7th fret on your E string, C sharp, which is the 4th fret on your A string, D, which is the 5th fret on your A string, E, which is the 7th fret on your A string, F sharp, which is the 4th fret on your D string, G sharp, which is the 6th fret on your D string, and then finally A, which is the 7th fret on your D string. So this time with the tabs up on the screen, that's A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. This exercise is going to be going up that major scale in groupings of 3. So that's going to look something like this. Notice I add that extra C sharp at the end just to round it up nicely. And that, with the tabs up on the screen, should look something like this. The reason this exercise is great is because it uses all 4 of your fingers across all 4 of the strings, and you can go up and down and play it along to a metronome and gradually build up the speed. Once you start developing the speed of this exercise and getting more comfortable with it, you can start introducing the techniques that you've learned and implementing them into riffs and licks that you play. For example, like... The next exercise we're looking at is called the caterpillar, so let's crack on with exercise 2. Now this exercise can be played anywhere on the fretboard and on any of the strings. However, for simplicity's sake, we're going to be starting on 5th fret of the D string. So the exercise looks something like this. As you can see, we're playing 1 fret per finger and walking up the fretboard and then moving up. So the first fret we play is the 2nd fret we played in the previous 4 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up the fretboard. Once again, we're using that last note on the 15th fret there, just to top it all off and make it sound pretty at the end. So, one more time with the tabs up there on the screen for you, starting on the 5th fret of the D string. So, just like the other exercises, we can play it with a metronome and gradually increase the speed. Also, with this exercise, you can play it up on the fretboard anywhere you like. So, for example, starting at 3rd fret on the A string. This exercise is great fun and it's one of my personal favourites. I really enjoy just playing it and building up the speed gradually, more and more, playing faster and faster, like so. Now let's move on to our third exercise. For our third exercise, we will be going back to the major scale. Once again, we will be using the A major scale. This exercise is playing chords up the scale using the root notes as the root note in each chord and then playing the third above it. For example, like this. So what I'm doing in this exercise is I'm playing up the A major scale using the E string, and then using the G string I'm playing a third above what that note is, or what the root note for that chord would be. So A, I'm playing a third above, and then B, I'm playing a third above, which is a minor third. So you've got a major third, a minor third, a minor third, a major third, a major third, a minor third, a minor third, and a major third. So to play a major third, you play the root note on the E string and then the major third on the G string. The major third will be 1 fret up from the root note. To play a minor third, you play the root note on the E string and then the minor third on the G string, and they will be the same fret. So for example, A major is 5th fret and 6th fret, and that's A and C sharp. Whereas B minor is 7th fret and 7th fret, and that's B and D. So playing that with the tabs on the screen for you guys, it will look something like this. Let's move on to our fourth exercise. For our third exercise, we will be playing up the major scale again, but this time using different triads. This exercise will be building triads off each root note in the major scale. Once again, we're going to be using A major scale. Let's give it a go, shall we? And as you can see, I put that 19th fret A there just to kind of top it all up and make it sound nice. So this exercise uses triads and just goes up the scale. It just sounds nice, and it really helps you learn the chords and the music theory behind each of the triads and arpeggios in the major scale. And we can apply this to all kinds of different things when we're writing walking bass lines, when we're writing riffs, and when we're just jamming with other musicians. It's always good to know what chords you're playing, what notes are consisting in those chords, and how to play the arpeggios and what you can do. So learning them up and down the fretboard with all the different scales is really cool and really handy as a bass player. So let's play that again, but this time with the tabs on the screen for you. Now let's move on to our fifth and final exercise. This is less of a traditional exercise and more of a boogie or a riff or a groove that incorporates all the different techniques that we've used in today's video. Now let's move on to our fifth and final exercise. This is less of a traditional exercise and more of a boogie or a riff or a groove that incorporates all the different techniques that we've used in today's video. I'll play through it a couple of times first, and then I'll play it with the tabs up on the screen for you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please feel free to like and comment on the video and subscribe if you found this helpful. And come back for more content at Chris Shaw Bass Lessons. See you later.